Yeah, hello and welcome to this video, another tea session, and I'm going to start right away with some games. In fact, I already had started a session about 30 minutes ago or something. I don't have much tea left, and I ultimately deleted that recording because I was playing against a cheater, and it took me a little bit too long to really recognize that I lost a game pretty early on, and he did a clever job there. Yeah, like first game I lost, but I felt okay. I'm probably rusty, and it's my thing. Just played badly. Second game he lost like a little child, like probably the level that he usually plays on, and then again he like killed me 3 times straight away. And I know that you guys sometimes like to watch those videos, but I just think it's pointless. I scratched this one and I reported him. I will get the points back. I don't know. It's a waste of time. I really wonder what people, yeah, what the point of this is. Anyway, so let's play some games. Yeah, I've got black against Guru Tuk. It's a 3+2 game, and it's the black side of the Rossolimo. White usually goes for long castling if he plays this early knight c3. The knight c3 usually doesn't really do a good job if you play for kingside castling and queenside play. So I expect him to castle queenside now, or yeah, it's not the only option, but it's what they usually do. Okay, now I'm never quite sure if I should play knight e7 or knight f6. I think both is good. Let's go knight f6. Yeah, that is a typical, in fact, regrouping in such a position. Trying to play f4. Yeah, I can just play bishop e6. Yeah, maybe knight h5, a bit unsure what exactly I should do. As you can also probably just take as well. This could be a position that I've covered in my Magnus repertoire. It's very much possible. I don't really remember every single line. I remember most of them, but sometimes I fail. An interesting question here is actually f5. It could be a move. Yeah, I feel a bit silly because after this this cheater video, I just wonder if I should tell every single story again that I told. It's a bit of a thing. Yeah, because I just was relating what I did in London. I probably will do it again. So I've been to London and been there mostly for the Chessable event, which was really nice. Nice meetup with people that I only knew, yeah, from online contacts. Also had a couple of funny, entertaining Blitz games with Simon Williams. I think we played like 4 or 5 games. It was roughly 50%, I guess. I'm not quite sure actually. I don't quite remember if it was 50% or if anybody, if somebody had a plus score. I knew I won the first 2 games. Anyway, it was good fun and a really nice and relaxed evening. Of course, I've been there at the time when the London Chess Classic, the Grand Chess Tour final, was played. But interestingly enough, I never visited the venue. It just didn't work out. I arrived relatively late on Wednesdays, and I felt really, really tired after the travel. And I didn't go on Wednesday, thinking, okay, I can go on Thursday. And when I checked this a little bit more closely on Thursday morning, I just recognized that rest day on Thursday, and therefore that didn't really worked as I thought. Okay, so I said, well, then I could always go on Friday. But Friday also didn't work out for me, at least. There was a round, of course, but I was just walking through London, looking. Let me check. I shouldn't blunder the house here. It would be a bit embarrassing. F5. I was going sightseeing a little bit, and also, I was going through the main shopping areas there, intending to successfully intending to look at a couple of wristwatches. I'm really struggling with that word. That's a newly acquired hobby of mine, and it was really good fun. The thing was that I completely misjudged how long it takes to go from to travel like within London, simply because the traffic is so enormous. You sometimes just take a long while to get to places, and in this case, I arrived so late back at my hotel that okay, that really doesn't make all that much sense to go to the games. So I didn't go on Friday as well, but okay, I don't think I missed all that much. Games were okay, but nothing really out of the ordinary. Yeah. Okay, this is a bit of a risk, but no, actually, that makes no sense. Yeah, I wanted to try to trap the knight, but it's really not something that would work. Yeah. It's probably just a draw, right? Or let's say very drawish is the right word. Just a draw. No, maybe I'm making a little bit of progress here, but nothing earth-shattering. Is that a word? Earth-shattering? I think that is a word, right? Oh. Okay, didn't expect this, but just pretty equal. But okay, I've got a time advantage. Yeah, now G4 is on the wrong color. Probably still shouldn't do anything. Nice, got 94. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Any way I can make headway? I don't think so. I cannot sacrifice the pawn, unfortunately. I go to e5, you will play knight h3 again. Yeah. That was really nothing much. Yeah. Should probably just make a draw. Yeah. Don't think he will display any huge ambition here. Yeah, probably just a correct draw. Nothing much happened here. But okay, it was not the most exciting game, but I could tell my story, what I did in London. At least that was not a cheated game. I really always wonder what those people are doing. Not getting the refund just yet, but I will get it ultimately. Sachsenbrunn Brett 3. Very German name. It could be Austrian, right? Yeah, it's Austrian. That could be something like in southern Germany or Austria, in fact, so sorry. Okay, now. That was really costly. I lost like 50 points in that friggin' match against a cheater. Oh, very nice. Says thanks for playing against me. I could have written in German. Wouldn't be an issue. Okay, now. Okay, it looks a bit odd. Bishop g4. No, happy to take the space. Interesting. Yeah. Not such an easy decision here because I'm just keeping the tension. Tension is probably also not a bad choice. But here I think I should have a pretty good structural edge because these pawns here, it's difficult for black to arrange them in a way that they are not weak. Really not that easy to do. e5 leaves many weaknesses like d5. And we'll see. It's not terrible for black, but I think I'm happy about it. Oh, 94. Tja, I don't really mind the trades here. I'm gaining a bit of time, like knight takes, bishop takes, queen takes. The knight has to move again, or he has to spend a move with it, and I'm also ready to play c5 in such a situation, sometimes quickly, which would yeah, change the central pawn structure quite favorably. I wonder why he has a decision here, to be honest. Is there really something substantially better than taking? He just goes back. Okay. Not really what I expected to happen. You can play e4 here, but that allows knight d3. Not really what you want. Rook d1 would be a move. I'm not sure that I actually want to move. Let's do this. And I want to move the rook away from the half open f file. It still could prove useful. Yeah, so most of the tea I consumed during this cheater session. So I'm now going to just drink a bit of water. Why not b4? I guess we'll see. I didn't really consider this at all. But why is it any good? I go to b5 and then replace what? Some a6 or what? I don't really see a move. b7 is hanging. Is the problem? Yeah, now I can desperado on d6 and then take everything, or take c5, takes c5, takes b5. I don't know. I don't know what's best here. Maybe this one. I'm not quite sure what's best, but this looks pretty strong actually. So takes. Yeah, b7 is still hanging. d6 is still hanging. I just recognized that after taking on c5, bishop b7, he might play bishop takes h3. It's still very good for white, but I didn't see this at first. Okay. He's taking really a bit long here. Now I can take b7, but then he takes h3. Yeah. I can also simply grab on d6 and play rook d1. It's like the absolutely easiest way to play. I'm already a pawn up if I'm not miscounting, and d6 and b7 is hanging. It looks like he will probably lose on time. No, he managed to play d5. But this I'm just taking. Yeah, just take everything. Okay, now a couple of things. I can just go. Just wonder where exactly, because every single option has its plus and minuses. I'm going to d5. Wasn't completely sure. He ran out of time. Yeah, I think it's just too many pawns. I think he played it a little bit oddly. At first that was certainly not so bad. We're here in this kind of scenario. It's difficult to judge if you should take or just continue. I think taking is fine. And here he should just probably trade on c3. Going back, I don't know, looks a little bit odd. Yeah. Knight c5, probably e5 immediately. Also not the most obvious move. Yeah, but bishop b7, you can take d4, but after going back, I should always be a bit better. In this kind of structure, there's always weaknesses. b7, we go c6, then d6 is weak, and so on. And here after b4. Looks like black is crumbling. Oh, that was actually a mistake. Interesting. I'm not surprised that many moves are an advantage, like b takes c5 or so, but that this isn't really great. It can go to e6, and now bishop b7 is not good, yeah? That is surprising. What's the problem exactly? Rook b8, and then he's got a6 and can take on b4. Yeah, that's true. So that would have been his opportunity in the game. Now the way it was, I'm better with multiple options. Okay. Now, 3 + 2 it was, right? Okay, yeah, let's play the Benko for a change. Still not my points back. Okay, he's grabbing everything. Benko is a tricky one. I mean, I've written the Benko repertoire in 2016, and played it at the time quite a bit, but I've forgotten really most of it. I remember that this was bad because of knight takes d5. The game Gelfand against Magnus, I think. Rapid game. Yeah, this is ultimately incorrect, but obviously a tricky position. Now I think I should take here. So I can take on a2. Interesting. Now, what to do here? I just wonder, because there are options to return material, but it's not really good, right? Bishop f1, that makes no sense. Queen c4 is probably correct. Threatening on f1. And now he's out for queen h6. Okay, let's just stop this for the moment. And he cannot play rook e7 because of queen f1 checkmate. This whole line is, by computer standards, just winning for black. But you see that in a blitz game, things can be tricky. Okay, now. Bishop takes g6 is the idea, or knight g5. Rook f7 looks like the most obvious choice. Bishop g6 takes, king f8. Wow. Okay. I don't want to spend even more time. Yeah, take it. Queen takes rook g7. Then white has a draw with queen e8, at least a draw. I take it, king f8. And check on h6. Wow. Okay. Yeah, this is in a blitz game. This is a pretty tricky variation for sure. I wonder if knight g5 is also possible, maybe. But take it, queen g6. Yeah, it's probably a draw. But take it. This mate on h8. Sorry. Okay, so rook g7 was my initial idea, but this bishop takes f6. Is the threat actually? Queen g6 is the threat. So maybe bishop f6 could also be a threat. I know I have to make a move. Bishop f6 could work. Rook takes is mate, pawn takes is mate. Yeah, bishop f6 is probably winning. Yeah. Too many threats. Yeah. Yeah, this can happen, yeah. I mean, this line is just straight up losing for white, but it is something that is not so easy to handle. So let's just check how I could have won. Queen a2, bishop b1. So here, yeah, queen b3 wins, everything else loses. Yeah, it is tricky. It is really tricky. So queen b3 wins, queen c4 already loses, and he found exactly the right sequence. Yeah, rook e1 is easy because, yeah, what else? Yeah, I'm threatening mate. And now I don't have anything really to do. Queen h6. It is very dangerous. So I have to go queen b3 then. Now we need to find out the difference. And one difference is probably that I'm on the bishop. That is a key difference. So rook e1. This is probably the point. He cannot play queen h6 as I can take b2. The rook is hanging, however, and I will take it. So rook e1 makes a lot of sense. And now probably I need a good defensive move. And d6 seems to be the only one that wins. The only move that wins. Queen h6, I can take b2. And white can still try, like bishop a1 or so. And queen a3, yeah, is again, it's like the only move. Yeah, it's getting down. I mean, I looked at this. I know that black should objectively be winning, but it is not easy. It's not easy. Okay, let's not spend ages on this. And get a couple of more games in. It really makes sense if you play this opening on a regular basis to check this a little bit. Wow, I just see Chess Network is playing one bullet without increment. He's got 2,800 in bullet. He can be lucky that we are not playing in 1+1. Then I would completely take away his rating. This is so much high. It's so high. 2,857. I don't play bullet without increment. That's just too hectic for me. Okay, now let's play L Zcon. And he wouldn't play me anyway. I mean, he has over the years always declined any kind of suggestion of making a video together. Or in fact, he didn't even decline. He usually doesn't even answer any message. Like years ago, haven't tried that for ages, of course. Once you know that they're not interested in anything, then you can just as well stop. Okay, now this is a theoretical line of the Catalan where white is giving up a pawn for reasonable compensation. You are not better if black plays perfectly, but you always have good play on the queen side. The good thing is that it's fairly easy to play. You just play the moves that I'm just playing, like bishop f4, queen b3, centralized rooks, and often the pressure is simply so strong that you will win the d4 pawn back. It's not easy for black to handle. So we'll see what black is coming up now with. b7 is hanging. I think one way to play it for black is to play rook c8 and just ignore that. It is actually not easy to cover. You can play queen c8, but this is always yeah, it feels very passive, this move, and not very intuitive either. Yeah, if you think about rook c1 coming, probably not even good. Yeah, I think they play rook c8 in this position. Okay, this is a bit of a surprise. Anyway, I'm just playing the moves that I mentioned, just centralize and see what happens. Maybe I had something better here, like taking. Okay, now knight d6 is something to consider. Yeah, you've got all kinds of tactics here. Yeah, knight d6 maybe. Not sure. There are probably a couple of good continuations. Yeah, so rook c7. I thought knight takes b7 would be a good consideration. Knight b7, rook takes, knight takes c6. Let's do this and not spend hours. It should be good. Bishop takes, bishop takes. The rook is almost trapped. Okay, almost trapped. Now, how do we handle this? Bishop e5, maybe? I'm not sure. I have bishop g5 against e5. I would mostly, what I would like to play here is to push the pawns forward. This one. Prepare b4, a4, and so on. e5, I have bishop g5. That should be pretty annoying. And I'm threatening bishop e5 for sure. That would win d4 just straight away. Okay. Is there any sort of tactical issue? I don't think so. So let's go b4. Maybe he just wants to go h6. This is actually a fair point. He did not do this. Okay, so b5. Didn't think about this move. Okay. Yeah, bishop d2 is not exactly ideal, but what else? Does he have a better move than taking? I would be surprising. I think bishop b4 looks pretty annoying. Okay, so he ultimately took. That looks very ambitious. So he wants to go e3, I guess. Yeah, okay, let's prepare a5. I don't think e3 is a big deal. Yeah. He's doing okay. He's playing this well, I think. Well defended. The opening probably was bad, but right out of the opening, but this is a well played game by Black. My intention was to simply sacrifice, so this is something he prevented. Now, is e3 a possibility, or is that a ticket? Does he have this kind of... I don't think so. If he now can play... No. Just defense. Okay. Yeah, no, he defended this pretty well, I think. So, I'll be a pawn up, but of course that is more or less a clean draw. But okay, I can still try a little bit. Let's look at the pawns here. Yeah. Okay. I should play King D3, of course. That was so stupid. And I didn't need to do it in this order. Yeah, and I have 0 chances to do anything. Absolutely 0. I can even try to attack H3. Where's the draw button? No, that wasn't good. I should at least try to pose a couple of problems, and I also must have missed a pretty substantial advantage. I don't think this is something that Black should survive. So knight d c4 is already pretty awful. Okay. Yeah, then that means that I have something better here, right? I can just take b6. Yeah, there should be many good moves here. It doesn't look right what Black did. But I'm surprised that I somehow couldn't get much from here. I have to improve here. Yeah, the move queen c4 is not best. Queen b5 is a lot better. The idea is quite similar probably, but the issue is that like rook c7 I would have been okay for him. Yeah, the queen is not that well placed there. I mean, if I'm doing this, he also probably I can play e5 tactically speaking. But this is a big difference now, because now I have this. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Tja, and this is not, he's got knight e4. I have to play rook c1. Yeah, these are important resources. Yeah, This is a move that I want to play anyway. It makes quite a bit of sense. But I got the order wrong. I didn't see this knight e4 move at all. And this is completely, of course, solving black's problems. Yeah, and black is even better here, yeah, because currently my majority is not worth much and he can push it. And he did a good job here, really. I was hoping for e3 when f4 should be good, right? Yeah, f4. I mean, good. Yeah, I thought, let's say, I'm not sure where the queen is going. I thought that I could simply, mistakenly thought I could give up the exchange, but he has rook h6 at the end. Yeah, this is very important. But okay, I can do this first and then give up the exchange, because this should be giving white some chances, a little bit at least. Yeah, this is a pretty safe configuration, and this the pawns here in connection with the bishop could be dangerous. Yeah, ultimately we got here. Oh, I should have played a5. That's true. Yeah, okay. But I also should be able to at least pose some problems here. I mean, it's a draw, but I should at least pose some problems. So here, bishop d5 is right, and now I probably have to do it differently. So g4 did not look too bad to me at f5. Why didn't I go g5? Yeah, this I played badly, really. Not really setting any sort of problem. And here h3 is like here I have to go king d3, of course. Bishop g8 is just idiotic, just an idiotic move. Yeah, I mean, again, he should draw without any hassle, but I should yeah, at least try a little bit. Okay, guys, I'm going to stopping the session here at this time. As mentioned, I already had a 30 or 40 minute one before, and I had to kill it off due to the cheating. And I have to do something now, so I'm going to stop it right here. I hope you have a good Sunday. That will be the day of the release. Thanks for watching. I'll be back tomorrow, I guess. Bye bye.